Very good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I could see some students are late to join. You see, already you have taken 15 minutes to enter the class. Try to be on time. Otherwise, we will be losing the classes. Please switch on the videos. And one thing I forgot to tell you. This year you will have your class teacher, Neena ma'am. Neena ma'am will be your class teacher, economics miss. And on Friday, I had sent you the mark list. Did you go through that?
Yes, sir.
Did you go through each mark?
Yes,
Ah. You see, many students have lost marks and could not come to the level. This 10A. So marks will be very much counted. You have to give utmost seriousness. You see, read the textbook, then present. Whether it is science or social, textbook is very important because even in board exam, around 40% marks are 1 mark objective type. That you had 15 marks, 10 MCQ, 5 objective. That type of questions you will get around 40 marks out of 80. That means 50% of the written examination. You see, you have to know the value. So, in order to get marks, in order to answer the 1 mark questions, you have to read the textbook. These questions can come from any part of the lesson. You may be writing 2 mark answer, 3 marks answer, 5 marks answer correctly. But 1 mark, it may be chosen from unimportant part of the lesson, from the corner of the lesson. So if you don't read textbook, you will not be able to write those answers. And you see, if you are losing 1 mark out of 1 mark, how much percentage mark you lost?
1%.
1%. Question number 1 mark. That is wrong. You lost 1 mark. How much you lost? 100% mark you lost. 0, isn't it? That you have to understand. If you are losing one mark question, you are losing 100% answer mark. So 1 mark MCQs are very much important. Read the textbook. Don't keep the reading of the textbook till the last moment of revision. Every day you read the textbook. This is the time that you can read the textbook. Clear? Take serious about the exams. Take serious about the studies. So if you prepare day by day, it will be easy for you at the end of the year. Okay. Now let us come to Anne Frank. I think we have completed the first paragraph. Am I right? Am I right? First paragraph. Yeah?
No, sir.
Melvin,
Start, sir.
we started. No, oh, okay. In other class maybe. You see, from the diary of Anne Frank, lesson number 4, page number 48. Lesson number 4, page number 48. Rifa, lesson number 4.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, please note, this is a lesson based on the life history of a 13, 14 years old girl of your age. She was basically a Jew. Jew means from Palestine or Israel, Jewish people. During the time of Second World War, you see, they were in Germany, and during the Second World War, who was ruling Germany?
Hitler.
Adolf Hitler. And Adolf Hitler was an anti-Jew. He was against the Jewish people. Sorry. According to his thoughts, he wanted to keep the German blood pure. German blood pure. So he thought if other people from other country come and stay there in Germany, they may marry the German people and German blood may be mixed. So he wanted to remove all the non-German people from Germany. And basically, he was against Jewish also. So he caught the Jews and cruelly killed them. The gas chambers of Adolf Hitler are very famous. What is gas chambers? Adolf has made gas storage with glass so that we can see. And he would keep the Jewish people into that room, glass room, and he would inject poisonous gas into that room. So these people would inhale poisonous air and they will die. So in this way, cruelly they were killed. At that time, some of the Jews ran away from Egypt, Germany, and they lived in catacombs. Catacombs means underground cemetery. Underground cemetery, catacombs. They lived in hiding. In this way, this Anne Frank and her family ran away from Germany and they lived underground in hiding. So very difficult situation. Now you feel that you are at home, quarantine or lockdown, you are at home, and how much trouble you feel. You feel being at home with your parents, but you are unable to go out. You feel very bad. So you see, people who are living in hiding in the fear of death, how much it will be. So while she was in hiding, he began to write her experiences, daily experiences in a diary. And nobody noticed it. She wrote it in order to get some freedom of her mind, not to publish anything. She wrote in a notebook about her experiences and she kept it there. You see, when we speak our trouble to somebody, please switch on the videos. Switch on the videos. Suppose if you are in trouble, if you speak to others, then you will feel little light. In this way, suppose if you are under tension, you write the tension on a book, you will be released. In this way, when Anne Frank was suffering such kind of terrible days, she began to write in a diary her experiences. And she kept it there. She died also. After her death, her father searched her room and all these things, and he found it, this diary. And he found it as a precious one. Very important matters were written there. And he tried to publish it. Once it was published, people began to read it, and it has become a bestseller. So, hence, it has come into our hands. Into our hands. So, from this, while we read this lesson, while we study this lesson, let us match ourselves with Anne Frank. It is of your age. Her feelings, her emotions, her thought, her musings, everything matches with ours. So, as a personal diary, we can read it this one. Okay. Now let us come. Page number 50. Writing in a diary is a really strange experience for someone like me. So, Anne Frank was a normal girl. So, for her, writing diary is something strange, unusual. Who are writing diary? Famous people, educated people. They write diary. So, writing diary is a strange act for me, not only because I have never written anything before. Why it is so strange? There are two reasons. One reason, I have not written anything before. Before this diary writing, I have never written anything. So, number one, underline. I have never written anything before. First reason. Second, also because because it seems to me that later on neither I nor anyone else will be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Musings means thoughts. So, second reason, she thinks that I am a 13-year-old girl, school girl, 13-year-old girl. If I write my thoughts in the diary, we are writing our own thoughts, isn't it? If a 13-year-old school girl is writing her thoughts in a diary, who is going to read this? Who will give much importance to that? Nobody will be giving importance to that. So, there is no need of giving importance to writing a diary. These are the two reasons. Number one, she hasn't written before that such a diary. Number two, she has the doubt that since she was a normal girl of 13, her writings, her thoughts, her reflections, her musings, all the same, all the same. Her thoughts, her reflections, her musings, her imaginations, everything same, will not have much importance for the people who are going to read it. Because of these two reasons, she did not see any importance in the matter of writing a diary. On this basis of two reasons, she felt that writing a diary is something strange. Do you follow me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. So when she began to write a diary, she took the pen and the diary. At that time, these two thoughts came into her mind and it discouraged her. Why are you sparing your time? Nobody is going to be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old girl. There is no need of writing all these things. Secondly, how should I write? I don't know how to write. I have not written diary till now. So it will not be perfect. At the same time, she got another reflection. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. Whether the people accept my thoughts or if it is not so beautiful, no problem. I will write. So it doesn't matter. These two matters doesn't matter. I feel like writing. I feel like writing. And I have an even greater need to get all kinds of things off my chest. You see, to get all kinds of things off my chest, off, underline, off my chest, off from my mind, that is reveal. R-E-V-E-A-L, reveal. Off, double F, off my chest here means, chest here means mind. From the mind, from the mind. So, though there were two reasons to discourage her from writing, she thought she would write because she felt good to write. She felt good to write because by writing, she would be able to take out, bring out, relieve some of her difficult thoughts from her mind. That is why, in order to make her mind free, in order to make her mind relaxed, she decided to write. Clear now? The late comers, Aman Shakir, Sainaba, Haya, Emil, Lolita, Savio, Rifa, they switch on the videos. Should I tell you people? Lolita, switch on the videos. Aman Shakir. Paper has more patience than people. An important sentence. Paper has more patience than people. Underline. I thought of this saying on one of those days when I was feeling a little depressed and was sitting at home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless, wondering whether to stay in or go out. So, paper has more patience than people. It is a famous saying. Famous saying. While she thought of writing a diary, while she thought of writing a diary, this sentence came into her mind. This sentence came into her mind. Why? I thought of this saying very clearly, we have to read it. I thought of this saying on one of those days of my suffering. Those days when I was feeling depressed. You see, I will twist here and there. You have to look at the book. So, once upon a time, in those days, Anne Frank was depressed, very sad. She was troubled. She was troubled. In those days, when I was feeling a little depressed and was sitting at home, and she was sitting at home alone. How? With my chin in my hands, chin in my hands. She was sitting, she was sitting and bored and listless. Listless means inactive. Listless means inactive. Lazy. Lazy we cannot say. Maybe interested but cannot do because mind is not good. Mind is not happy. So in those days of her childhood, she was sitting inactive. She was undergoing boredom. She was undergoing boredom. She was in a way troubled. All these meanings come together. She was troubled. In those days, she was musing. Musing. She was thinking. Keeping the chin in the palm is the posture of thinking. Thinking. Everything you have to understand in this way. So while sitting there, she was thinking whether she should continue to sit in the hiding or she should go out. I finally stayed where I was brooding. Brooding means deeply thinking. Finally, brooding, deep thinking. Finally, she decided, I will not go out. I will not go out. I will sit where I sit. I will be there where I was there. She was not ready to go out. She was not ready to go out. Yes, paper does have more patience. She realized paper has patience. What do you mean by paper has patience? Paper has patience means in your depressed days, in your troubled days, if you are ready to write 100 pages, paper will accept whatever you write. Whatever you feel in your heart, whatever you feel in your mind, you can write on the paper and that will be there. The paper will not deny you. For example, Vishnu Priya has some problem. So she wanted to talk to me. Half an hour I heard. Then she understood that now Josie sir's attention is gone. He is not attending. So what happens? Her interest will be lost. Am I right? When you feel that, somebody is hearing you, you will have the patience to speak. Now here you see there are students. So Anne Frank realized that the famous saying, paper has patience than people, is a true fact because whenever I try to write, the paper is ready. Paper is ready. So once I write on the paper, I feel relaxed. I feel tension free. I feel tension free. That is why she says, you see, yes, paper does have more patience. And since, therefore, I am not planning to let anyone else read this stiff packed notebook grandly referred to as a diary. So she has a notebook, stiff packed, very hard notebook, and she called that notebook as a diary. Suppose you see in the New Year season, you will get a diary. So that seems you at the site itself, you know, it is a diary for 2022. But here she takes a notebook. She takes a notebook and she is using that notebook as diary. Unless I should ever find a real friend, it probably won't make a bit of difference. And she says, I do not want to share this with anybody unless I get a good friend. If I get a good friend, then I will share this with him. Now, I am back to the point that prompted me to keep a diary in the first place because, underline, I don't have a friend. See, first she says, why did she choose to write a diary? Reason, reason. Anne Frank didn't have a friend. I told Vishnu Priya wanted to speak to me and half an hour heard, so she get to relax. That means Vishnu Priya means as a symbol of everybody. So you see, when we have some problems in our mind, when we have some problems in our mind, and if you share those problems with your close friend, best friend, you will feel some relief. You will feel some relief, and you feel your heart is light-hearted. So here, Anne Frank didn't have a friend to speak with. To speak with. Anne Frank didn't have a friend to speak with. So Anne Frank decided to write on the diary so that the diary may become a friend. Diary may become a friend. Let me put it more clearly. Since no one will believe that a 13-year-old girl is completely alone in the world. See, if a 13-year-old girl, that is important. A 13-year-old girl is alone in this world, nobody will believe. That is true, isn't it? Will your parents, my dear girl children, will your parents keep you at home alone? Hmm? No, they won't keep you alone at home. They will take you with them wherever they go. So here she says, it is very difficult to believe that a 13-year-old girl is alone in this world. And I am not. I am not alone. Here you have to understand why, what does it mean by alone? Can you imagine? What is the meaning of alone here? Can you imagine anyone? Here, alone means psychologically, mentally alone, not physically. Sometimes you also feel alone, isn't it? Sometimes, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes you feel disturbed and you seems to be alone. Maybe at home, parents will be there, your siblings will be there, but you feel alone. That is what she says. And she says, yes, I am not alone. I have loving parents. Underline, loving parents. And a 16-year-old sister. She has one sister. So she was not alone. And there are about 30 people I can call friends. This is her circle. This is her circle. She was not alone. She was not alone. She has parents too, an elder sister, then 30 people, 30 people around her, around her. I have a family, loving aunts, and a good home. So everybody is there. No, on the surface, I seem to have everything. On the surface, externally, 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 I feel I have everybody. I have everybody. On the surface, externally speaking, I seem to have everything except my one true friend. I did not have a best friend. Underline, except my one true friend. All I think about when I am with the friends is having a good time. So when she was with all her friends, when she was always with her friends, she was thinking, I am lacking a best friend. I am lacking a best friend. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary everyday things. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary everyday things. Since I didn't have a best friend, since I didn't have a true friend, I could not speak my innermost musings. You see, my innermost musings to anybody else. Normal things I speak. Today today there was a school. I have class. I have English class. I have maths class, and we had that much class. And okay, and I saw many students also. Teachers were there. That you can speak to everybody else, but in between there are your inner feelings that you speak only to your best friend. Suppose in your class there are 37 students. From the 37, you may pull one boy or one girl as your best friend. When you speak everything to everybody, you call your best friend and tell, this is this, this is this, this is this. She says, I have parents, I have elder sister, I have 30 people around me, and I have a family, but I do not have a true friend. I can't bring myself to talk about anything but ordinary everyday things. We don't seem to be able to get any closer, and that is the problem. So it was her problem. She was unable to share her inner matter, inner thoughts, inner musings with anybody else. Maybe it is my fault that we don't confide in each other. In any case, that is just how things are. And unfortunately, they are not liable to change. This is why I started to write the diary. You see, we don't seem to be able to get any closer. We have 30 people around. My father is there, mother is there, sister is there. But the social situation is like that, that we cannot come closer to each other. And system is like that. That is the problem. People are there, but we are not very close. Maybe it is my fault that we don't confide in each other. It may be our problem that we do not make ourselves close to others. In any case, that is just how things are. Whatever be the cause, things are going like that. Things are going, things are going like that. And unfortunately, they are not liable to change. And these people are not ready to change also. Hence, I want to release my feelings. Hence, I want to release my thoughts. Therefore, I decided to write diary. Okay, here we stop. Please read this passage, first page, once again at home, and come back tomorrow. Okay, thank you.